rising. Welcome back to the channel. I am Venus Green and I'm so grateful that you have returned for your June horoscope. Thank you. May brought me quite the few twists and turns here, both personally and professionally, but we are standing strong. We are moving forward with grace. So all is well. Thank you. Thank you for being here and thank you for growing with me. I appreciate it so much. So back to this month, I have split your horoscope into two parts. This video is going to cover the first half of June, including the full moon in Sagittarius on June 11th. So let's dive into the astrology here and see what's happening for you for the first half. Your chart ruler, Venus, begins June in fiery Aries. So it's your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. Connections may have felt really intense during this transit of Venus here. They could have been very inspiring, probably even a little bit confrontational as you sort of worked through the dynamics that demanded your attention for that time. Well, come June 6th, Venus is going to be moving into grounded Taurus in your 8th house of intimacy, shared finances, and deep emotional bonds. Now, this shift invites you to deepen your trust, to explore vulnerability, and to really renegotiate boundaries around money, right? Around money, support, and power. Well, Venus will square Pluto on the 9th. This can bring some transformational conversations your way. It could also bring, though, some revelations around what it is that you are truly willing to share, and that would be emotionally, financially, and physically, right? Share. I said that, Libra. Now, Mercury is going to start the month off in Gemini, and that is your 9th house of learning, publishing, and perspective. So this is a great time to expand your worldview, to teach, to study, to travel. On the 8th, Mercury is going to move into Cancer, your 10th house of public life and career. So you're probably going to have lots of conversations at work, and they're probably going to carry a little bit more emotional weight. The decisions that are made now around this time are probably going to affect you long term. Now, around the 9th to the 11th, Mercury is forming this series of tense squares between Saturn and also Neptune, which are in Aries. So this might lead to you having some foggy thinking, foggy brain, maybe overcommitting in some way. There could also be some confusion around authority and authority figures. Move slowly through any sort of career talks that are happening or any major decisions. Clarity is going to return pretty soon here, but you're going to want to give that a couple of days. Jupiter also is going to enter Cancer on June 9th, so joining Mercury here in your 10th house, and this is going to begin a year-long cycle of growth and opportunity in your public role. So this is really awesome for you. Recognition, advancement, leadership in some way, all of these things are going to be calling to you now. Jupiter expands whatever it touches, but in Cancer, it asks you to lead with care. Now, your ability to create safe, but also nurturing spaces within the workplace or within your field, that could really become like a central theme for you. So this pairing of Jupiter and Mercury could bring you some job offers, maybe some new responsibilities added to your plate. Also, inspiration for some new goals, right? So use your voice to shape your public image with some intention. Mars will be continuing through Leo in your 11th house of friendships and alliances. Also the hopes you have for your future. So you're really motivated here to chase big goals. But we have this Mars square Uranus in your 8th house on the 15th. So that's probably going to shake up the finances. It's probably going to have you asking some questions of, suffering through some power dynamics, whether that's within groups or, within your partner, your close partnerships, you're probably going to be experiencing some tension between what you want from your friendships and what you're actually willing or even able to invest. So watch for some sudden shifts in terms of trust or your support system here. This transit can probably reveal who are alliances that are solid and which ones need to really evolve or end. Now, the full moon on June 11th is going to land in your third house. This is communication, it's mindset, and your local environment. A conversation may come full circle around this time. So if you have been sort of waiting for the resolution of a conversation, that this could be the time that comes about. If you are working on some sort of a writing, speaking, teaching project, maybe it could reach some kind of a turning point around this full moon as well. This lunation is forming a Grand Mutable Cross. It involves the moon and the sun, so Sagittarius and Gemini, and both of the nodes, north and south, and Pisces and Virgo. This creates a high pressure moment around how you balance learning with sharing, how you balance inner work with external actions that you take, or maybe even clarity with intuition. Avoid any sort of information overload this time, right? Trying to soak up as much data as you can, facts to sort of make a decision, right? You're going to want to choose depth over speed at this time. Now, for a soul check-in, let's talk about what you might experience around this time and then how you can use that energy to sort of reflect back and put it to its best use. So some of you are going to be experiencing a mental shift that really helps to reshape your worldview. Ninth house here. Some of you have some really important news coming your way from either a sibling, a neighbor, or a colleague. Some of you have the need to really simplify your daily schedule just so that you can obtain some peace of mind. So think about what truth are you really thinking that you must speak now or that you must accept around this time? What is this new perspective that you are ready to anchor into your thinking? And how do you want to communicate that with some more clarity and some more care? Now, in the second half of June, we are going to explore the new moon in Cancer, Mars moving into Virgo, but also how Mercury's shift into Leo might really help you to own your voice with a little more confidence. If you feel so compelled, we would love to hear from you in the comments what is manifesting for you around the time of this full moon. And as always, Libra, your balance is your gift. So let that anchor you as the winds of change